Lifestyle. Hopefully you can hear me all right. My husband's actually in the shower right there, but I just wanted to take a little bit of time today to show you the proper way to do a squat and the best way if you don't have quite the right biomechanics, and when you do squats your knees go over your toes instead of staying right on top of your ankles. I'm going to show you the best way to learn how to correct that. This is something that I've done with personal training clients before in the past. I once had a woman that was 6 foot tall that had a lot of Achilles issues, and it was mostly because she didn't know how to get her heels down when she did squats. And on top of that, she was walking on high incline on the treadmill a lot, and so that was pulling on her Achilles. And once I taught her and trained her how to do proper squat form, eventually she got over that and she stopped having Achilles pain, and she could do weighted squats with about 25 pounds on each side of the barbell, so that was close to 100 pounds squatting plus her body weight with proper form where I barely even had to watch her. So this is how I teach people that struggle with learning proper squat form how to do it right. So what you're gonna need is an exercise ball. I like one, I don't know how big this one is, but just kind of the standard size. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you back here on this wall. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put that ball right in the small of your back, okay? And then get your feet about hips width apart and make sure your feet are out a ways. You don't want them under you because then that's gonna make you do knees over toes. You want them out with a good base of support. All right, so that ball's right in the small of your back and then up against the wall. And then what you do is you just go down into squat form, try to get to about 90 degrees and back up. Just down and up. And I know it's kind of hard to tell, but my knees are not going over my toes. And this, because of the concave nature of the ball and the way it fits in the small of your back, it helps you pull you to where you're pulling your hips back just like you were going to sit on a chair. Or what I always tell people, because this is very much functional movement, you want to act like you're trying to get your butt on the toilet. So you just go down and up. And with me being pregnant and having some low back, and I've been having a little bit of SI joint that keeps slipping out, this is a great way for me to do squats now and still be able to get low, but it's cushioning my back and giving me a little bit of support there. So just like that, down and up. And I'll pull this door close, see if I can show you a side view so you can see better what I'm doing with my big old belly. Which is bigger, this side or this side? All right, so see, I got my feet aren't back here, I'm not standing straight up, my feet are out to where I'm putting full pressure on the ball. All right, feet hip width apart, go down and up, down and up. And the more you do this, when you're doing squats, so say you wanted to hold dumbbells up here, you could do them, all right, or hold a weighted ball out here. And that's also gonna engage your core more. You see how it's pulling my hips back? Instead of, a lot of people, when they squat, they tend to go like this and just go straight down, and then my knees are going over my toes and I can already feel that pressure on my knees. But if you go like this, not only does it feel good having this ball on my back, my form is pretty much perfect. See, I'm 27 weeks pregnant today and I can still get down to 90 degrees doing it this way, which would be a little bit more difficult for me to do without the ball. So this is a great way to learn proper squat form. Plus, if you're pregnant, it feels good on your back and it helps you get a little bit lower without feeling that pressure on your back. And it's helping to stabilize your core more too, since that typically when you're pregnant tends to be a little bit more difficult. So just down and up, just like that. All right? So the more you do squats like this, whether you're at the gym, if you have access to one of these balls, if you're doing it at home, or whatever the case may be, try to use it like that until you know you've got the form down to where you're learning how to pull those hips back instead of going like this and being upright. One term I always used in some of my classes, and the ladies would get a tickle out of this, was I would always say, when in doubt, stick your butt out when you're doing squats, because that helps to keep that back straight, core engaged, and it takes that pressure off of your knees. Sorry, the ball rolled and hit my little stand. So that's the best way to learn how to do a squat. Try to do 3 sets of 15 reps without weights, or if you're using weights, maybe do 3 sets of 10 to 12, just to kind of train your muscles to learn how to get that weight in your heels, hips back, and chest up. And that'll also help you anytime you're doing low back work, like rows and things like that. It gives you that proper form for that. So that's all I have to show you today. So if you don't have one of these, you can get these pretty much any Walmart, Target, anywhere like that. Get them off Amazon. They're only about 15 to 25 bucks depending on the size and the brand or whatever. But it's a great way to learn how to do proper squats. Plus, if you're pregnant like me and still want to be able to keep those leg muscles strong for labor, then it helps you to have a little bit of cushion and support in your low back for doing things like that. So hope you all have an awesome Tuesday night. I'm making enchiladas for dinner and I added some bell peppers to get in a little bit of veggies. So getting ready to eat those now, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.